Hey, what's up, everyone? Cardboard.Capitan here, and today I want to do what I'm gonna call a post-mortem of September. It's just a fancy way of saying, oh, this is what happened during September, this is what I can learn from it, and use it for this month, October. So I guess the big first news I want to share is that, hey, I placed top 250 this past season, so I hit my goal of reaching top 250, and I did a little maintenance to keep that place, but near the end, I didn't feel like grinding all the way to number one. That plus with Duskmorn being in the card pool of the format, I didn't want to, overwhelm myself with the new possibilities of everything. And I ended up being like around 230, um, so barely squeaking by the hardcore grinders trying to get into the top 250 at the last minute. Now, this month is going to be a sealed tournament for Duskmorn, and I'm not too good at limited formats. I'm more of a, hey, let me go assess the different metagame and the known um, decks of the format and do your best to figure out what's the best solution to them. So it's gonna be a new experience. I'm gonna start looking up like the best color combinations, the cards that you want to look for, but um now it should be a fun experience for me. However, next month it's gonna be a standard um qualifier weekend, so I'm not too hyped about that. If you play standard or if you hop on social media, I'm sure you have ideas why, but um if I can get into top 250 at one point and then just coast until top 1200, then that's cool with me. Something I found weird was that if you're in the top 250, you get a qualifier token, and that's only good for that month. However, if you're in the top 1200, then you get 20 play-in points, which is good for hopping into the qualifier weekend. So it's weird that being at a higher rank restricts you to that month. So I'm gonna see how that goes. Um, Besides that, being in the top 50, I guess gave me confidence that I'm a good Magic player, and I know what I'm talking about. I know how to make a decent deck. I know how to play the cards, and I know some people are gonna downplay. Oh, you did an alchemy. Okay. Um, I still fought some good players. I understood what decks they were likely to play, what their strategies were, and I gotta give myself credit there. So I officially earned in my mind my place as a Magic guest player. So let's see. Next thing I want to do this coming month. No, I want to switch up decks. For the last months, I've been playing Sultai Desert Sword, and I'm retiring myself from it. If you haven't seen the new primer for it, then it's on my social media on Twitter. You might find it in other places, but if you want to try that deck yourself, I put up the latest version and some strategies for it. Um, as far as what deck I want to play this month and focus really hard on, right now I'm playing Heist, and it's more like a traditional control deck. Um, less focus on the creatures, more of controlling the board, lots of counter spells, um, so on like that. And I'm gonna see how that goes. Ideally, with any deck that I dedicate myself to, I think playing 100 games is good enough to master it. But this is gonna be a learning process for me as well. I tried Simulacrum Synthesizer, that 3 mana artifact that makes tokens, and I had some bad experiences. But I think the problem with that deck is that there aren't any good artifact combos right now in the format. It's just you're running this 3 mana artifact that really doesn't do anything on its own, and you have to give it artifacts to produce those tokens. Um, but there's not too many good artifacts that that do an outstanding job. Plus, there's a lot of artifact and enchantment hate. With the ley lines and the Bogle decks, the enchant creature decks. So I don't think it's the best choice for now, at least. Um, I also want to revisit the Harbinger. Oh, the Desert Harbinger. It's that 3 mana white horse that pro- produces deserts, and you gain 3 life whenever a player plays a desert, and whenever a player plays a desert, that player draws a card. I've loved deserts. I think it's a fun deck, and even though I didn't have much success with Harbinger this past month, there are some Duskmourn cards I've been looking at that may help the horse find some success. Um, finally, finally, I want to look at Offspring Vico Overlord deck. Vico was a card that I had some fun with last season. I didn't really build a good deck around it, but I think it has potential, especially with Contail Caretaker giving white creatures Offspring. Um, there's Old Tech Matter Weaver that can duplicate artifact tokens. So if you pair that with Dedicated Doll Maker, you can continuously copy creatures. So I think that has potential, but you know, Matter Weaver is a mythic. Doll Maker is a rare. I have Vicos, Overlords are mythics. That's the problem. I just don't have enough currency for that right now. So put that to the side. Now then that covers what I want to talk about with Magic. Uh, as far as where I want to go with this YouTube channel, um, you know, I upgraded my mic, so that's a big thing. And now I want to work on my commentating skills. I know I'm not the best speaker. It's weird for me personally just to talk into a mic, looking at no one, maybe pretending talking to my dog or whatever. But um, no, it's something you gotta deal with whenever you're in this format, whether you're streaming or producing video content. Just something I gotta learn. With that said, I think my best style is informative. So if you watch League of Legends, you might have seen Azale. From what I understand, they have like a informative caster and a color commentator. So the color commentator, that's the hype man. That's the person trying to hype the audience up whenever a player makes a nice play. And some examples of that: Captain Flowers, who usually commentates alongside Azale, and IFC Yipe. So I know I've been playing some Marvel recently, and if you ever see some videos of Marvel, well, you know what Yipes can do. So, I'm gonna have some hype, but it's just me. Just gonna talk about what I know, and I think to get good commentating like that, just gotta practice speaking, being comfortable with talking, and knowing what I'm talking about. So let's see. I'm also gonna work on commentating different types of games, do a little variety. Now that I've proven myself in Magic, gonna try to get some more content as my schedule allows. I think the best deal for me is pushing out a lot of content during the weekend, just so I don't overexert myself. As far as the games I want to commentate, Marvel, I love that game. I've been having some fun just hopping into practice mode, pushing buttons, doing whatever. Roguelikes, I did a little Tangle Deep, but that game's a little complicated, so I don't know how many people who watch the video are actually familiar with it, so maybe I need to take a step back, but add some comments. Let me know where you are with that game, and just different games I enjoy playing, seeing what sticks. Um, the reason I started this channel is not to make money, not to try to impress people. It's just, hey, let me get back into video games. Let me get back into card games and document my journey. Right. So that's where I am this month. Probably do another one of these at the end of October. So look out for that if you're interested and stick around. Thanks for watching. Um, do I really need to do an outro? Probably, huh? Let me hop into the outro. Thanks for watching. X Cardboard.Capitan. That's where you can find me. Moxfield Cardboard.Capitan. That's only if you really play Magic. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.